Nano Banana Pro is here, and guys, things are starting to get pretty crazy, especially if you're a print-on-demand seller or someone looking to monetize your AI art and actually make money from your creations instead of just generating things and letting them sit inside of your chat history. Like, you actually want to monetize stuff. Well, this video, I'm going to show you all the different ways that we can use this new technology for free to generate some of the most insane product designs and digital products that I have ever seen generated with AI. I think it might literally be the best AI image generator right now, especially for print-on-demand sellers. So not only am I going to show you through so many different examples of winning product ideas and things that we can create with this tool, but I'm also going to help you list the product for sale. So by the end of this video, I hope to show you exactly how we can monetize Gemini 3 Pro image or Nano Banana Pro. It goes by a lot of different names. So yeah, let's jump into it. So I want this to be interactive. You should probably follow along with me, and that's how you're going to learn the best. So instead of just watching, go ahead and grab the prompts in the video description below, and then you can start using these prompts inside of Gemini and start generating some images for yourself. So example number one is this one here. We have hide and seek champion, and you'll notice here that initially it generated a background, and then I asked it to remove the background. And Gemini is actually not the best at removing backgrounds. It did its best attempt at this, but then you can actually zoom in and see that it just kind of messed up the transparency on the back. So that's obviously not a fully transparent background. So what I did is I took it over into Canva, and I basically used the BG remover tool right here. And then here's the final design. So really, really cool. You'll notice that in the original prompt, I asked it to basically generate a design where Bigfoot is hiding in the text itself. So in this one, he's kind of like inside of a tree trunk. And then this one, he's crouching down behind a log. Silhouettes. I mean, this is a huge improvement from, the last version of Nano Banana. This is a big improvement already, but stay tuned because it's going to get even crazier. Like, the other examples that I have are even more insane. Something else I want to point out is that they did give him a crown. I did not prompt for it to give him any of this stuff. Like, I didn't say add a crown. I didn't say have a silhouette, and the word seek is going to be rock textured. It did all this stuff automatically. My base prompt was simply the words hide and seek champion shaped like Bigfoot, hiding in different ways, 1-to-1 ratio. So I didn't really know how this would turn out. So the whole point is I'm kind of trying to test it to see how far it can go, right? And I am actually really pleased with how this turned out. I also wanted to try out just seeing what it would look like if we were to generate a mock-up model. And I asked it to generate a realistic image of Bigfoot sitting on a cliffside. He's winking at the camera, holding up a trophy that reads #1 hide and seek, and he's wearing a plain black sweatshirt. There's obviously a few things that I was testing for in here. I wanted to see if it could actually make Bigfoot wink at the camera. I wanted to see if we could actually get a trophy that has text on it, and it did. It says #1 hide and seek. And so I feel like this is a big improvement from the original Nano Banana or Gemini image model because it was awful at text. This is a huge improvement when it comes to text generation right away. Now, one bottleneck that I did run into is I asked it to basically keep the last image the same, but have him wearing this design on his sweatshirt. And it kind of just combined the two images. So that's not exactly what I wanted. So I took a different approach. I re-uploaded the design file itself, and then I asked it to basically generate a realistic image of Bigfoot sitting on a cliffside, winking at the camera, same thing. But this time I uploaded the original design file, and now it generated the proper image. This is actually correct. I noticed that it had him wearing a hoodie, and we actually are focused on a sweatshirt, so I just wanted to see if it could accomplish this task as well. So it kept the image the same. I asked it to change it from a hoodie to a sweatshirt with no pockets, and it did it perfectly. So it looks great. We could say this is like a Comfort Colors sweatshirt that we're selling, right? Because comfort colors are really hot right now. And then I uploaded a photo of myself and I said, add in this guy wearing camo. He's smiling next to Bigfoot and pointing at him. And for some reason, I'm sitting on his knee. So gotta love it. Gotta love AI, right? This is awesome. I'm going to move on to the next example. And trust me, the examples get even crazier. So I obviously have a focus on how we can actually monetize this. This would be something that we would actually sell on a product. So I'm going to show you later in the video how to add these to products without having any inventory, without actually having the product, but how you could sell your AI art on things like hoodies and sweatshirts or blankets or any of the other various products that we talk about here on the channel. So stick around. I'm going to show you how to actually sell these designs as well, because I don't like to just give the information about these AI tools. I actually like to implement it into my print-on-demand business, and that's what I teach inside of my private community as well. So be sure to grab the prompts for all of these examples. They're going to be available in a free Google Doc in the description below. And if you want more information on the private community that I've opened up, definitely check that out as well. All right, on to the next one. Okay, this is a really cool example. Basically, I found a winning blanket over on Etsy that's selling, pretty frequently. It has 351 total sales. It's got a great profit margin. It's in 20 plus carts. It's Etsy's pick. It's got a lot of really good things going for it. And so what I did was I went over to Gemini and I just used a text-based prompt and I said, generate a design, vertical, portrait, library bookshelf, watercolor style, and it's filled with different color books decorated with flowers as well. Now this is pretty cool already. So this is what Gemini created, or Nano Banana 2. Or as some people call it, Gemini 3 Pro Image. So there's a lot of different names floating around. Nano Banana 2 is one of the more fun ways to say it. So this was already impressive. Then I was like, okay, I have to compliment you. This is beautiful. I literally told Gemini this is beautiful because, look at it. Like, it's compared to this, this is okay, but Gemini did a great job. Looks really good, but I think we can improve it. Right? I think we can make it even better. And so I went down here and I was like, fit the entire design space with no white background. So then it added in different watercolor walls and flooring and stuff like that. Then I said, replace all the teapots and globes with more cats and more houseplants. So we went from this globe and teapot style to now cats being all over the shelves. And I think this is just awesome. It also added in these houseplants. And so this is how we can truly direct the designs that we create, by just talking to Gemini and using this new update. And so this should be, at the time that I'm recording this, it should be free for you to use by going over to Gemini and just using it inside of the web app, the web browser. And it should be free for you to use. However, they're saying that the resolution is going to be a bit lower on the free plan. So you may get slightly lower quality images. So let me know if you're on the free plan. Let me know if this still works, if you're still getting good generations. Keep me updated on that. Here is where I think things get really interesting. Make the cats on the bookshelf more mischievous. And then that's all I said. All I said was make the cats on the bookshelf more mischievous. Because I love cats, right? I love plants and stuff too. So I'm like, what if we had the cats being a little bit more mischievous? And Gemini understands the world in this image enough to have the cats playing with the flowers. One of the cats is hiding behind one of the books. So it's really, really cool that it can understand what's happening. Now it gets even crazier. I'm like, add in funny book titles for each book, each with its own unique pun. And then it went in and it added in a bunch of different cat puns for all of these books. Literally, these are all cat puns. And at first, I thought this was going to be a bit too blurry. I thought that it wasn't really going to show up on the final design. I went over to Printify, our print-on-demand partner that actually prints and ships products out to customers. I went ahead and threw this on a blanket, and you can actually read the book titles pretty well. I think that Gemini has had a massive improvement when it comes to text generation, even the tiny, tiny text details, like on books and stuff like that. So try it out. If you were disappointed with how text looked in the past, try it again because this update is really, really good. Okay, so I absolutely love this design. And if you guys also want to put your designs on physical products, stick around because I'm going to show you this process. It only takes a couple minutes in Printify. So you could literally start listing products today, and it's free to join Printify. It doesn't cost anything to join. You just need to add a card so that whenever you start selling products, you actually have a way to pay Printify, and then Printify can ship out the product for you, and then you can keep the profit, right? So I'll show you a little bit later, but first I want to go through this next example because it also is a really good one. Let's go. This one kind of blew my mind as well. So I uploaded a picture of my Thai constellation, Monstera. Yes, I know she is beautiful. Thank you, thank you. She's going to get much larger. I'll keep you guys updated. I'll keep showing you pictures of her. But here's the thing. This is really, really good for certain types of like products like canvas art or tapestries, or even things like desk mats. Like imagine a botanist, like a plant scientist, where they have a computer area and they have desk mats that are like styled like this. It actually has scientific like verbiage and stuff like that, definitions, different scientific processes and little hand drawings on here, right? So really, really cool. The original prompt was create a vintage science style poster of this plant, infographic style, scientific details. So I'm sure you could probably even write a better prompt. This is so basic. But if you're just, and of course I uploaded a photo as well. But this is crazy for being able to give to people for like plant lovers on a blanket, or wall art for someone that loves plants. And so I even asked it to make it more scientific, more hand-drawn science scribbles, stuff like that. And it went in and basically added in more field notes. And so someone double-checked this information, but I'm pretty sure this is all somewhat scientific. And the big thing that I want to point out is that, one, it understands world models. It understands the world. So if you ask it to make an infographic of something, it can do it. And two, it is way better at text than it used to be able to. Like this cursive text in the background and stuff actually looks good compared to what it used to look like. And just for fun, I tried to generate another version of this, same style, create another design about the same plant, but the topic is focused on browning leaves, possible nutrient deficiencies. Now, my thought process was just trying to really push it to the limit to see what it could do. And I found this to be really interesting. It talks about soil pH and leaf analysis and stuff like that down here. And so I also just want to point out really fast, you can use this to create digital assets to include with your brand. For example, let's say you are selling shirts to plant lovers, like shirts and plant pots and a bunch of different stuff that you would sell to plant lovers. Well, you could include free PDF downloads of what to do if your Monstera looks sick, and that is a free added download that only took us probably about 10 seconds to create. Like, it's crazy to even say that. It sounds impossible. But literally the time from me entering this prompt, and then, I mean, I guess I had to write out the prompt, which maybe took me another 15 seconds. The fact that we can create these free downloads, or it could be a paid digital download, I think is really, really cool and worth exploring. If you want me to dive more into digital downloads and how we could monetize just the actual like file itself, let me know, because there are some strategies that we could look into for making a digital download and then just straight up selling that at super high profit margins. And so a really good trending concept for 2026 is going to be collages, like different hand-drawn collages. I saw some that were working on Etsy for cats, and so I asked Gemini, I asked it to generate a hand-painted watercolor style design with adorable cats floating around and playing in space at a 1:1 resolution. And it generated a pretty basic design. Then I said make it a seamless repeating pattern. It did not accomplish that. I don't think this is a seamless repeating pattern. So again, I'm just kind of testing things out. And from what I can tell, it really failed. We even had like a weird thing going on with the window here with this rocket ship. So that did not work. I did ask it to make it more minimalistic and less colorful, more calming colors, and it accomplished that. So it's really good at changing colors And then I also changed it to where I said give the cats jetpacks, make one of them chasing a laser pointer that another cat is using. And I would say that it got this semi-correct. It did give the cats jetpacks. One of the cats does have a laser pointer, but the laser isn't really hitting the spot that we would expect it to be. So it was a fun trial. It was a good test. It was worth trying. But there are some limitations, but I would say our creativity has just been unlocked even further at this point. Like with this tool, we can just continue to create some really, really good products themselves, like actual designs for products. And then we can sell those products through images and videos like that aren't really even possible. Like I could generate a video of me talking to Bigfoot and we could potentially sell this sweatshirt in a Facebook ad with me and Bigfoot hanging out, right? And so there are so many ways for us to actually monetize this tool. I think a lot of people get caught up on just, okay, I created some mockups and that's cool, but what do I do now? Or I created some really good art that I like that I think people would want to buy if I offered it on a blanket or something. Well, that's where I get into actually selling physical print-on-demand products. So if you haven't been introduced to this concept yet, basically we can use Printify. And so they have all different types of products, sweatshirts, jackets, they have embroidery options, Columbia jackets, Champion jackets, mugs, candles. There's all different types of things that Printify offers, but they're blank. They've got nothing on them. They're just blank. And what we do is we come in here and we add our design, and then we go and we sell this product in a marketplace or on a Shopify store. And I talk about this process not only here on YouTube, but also in my private community on-demand school. Right now, there is a discount running for that. So if you want to check that out, be sure to look in the description below. And there you're going to find a link to the About page that tells you more about that private community and how we're monetizing AI and our AI art to actually sell physical products without ever having to hold these products ourselves. I can sell any of these stickers, coffee mugs, journals, anything by simply just signing up for Printify, clicking on the product that I want to create, clicking on Start Designing, and the cost for me is going to start at $15.69 and go up depending on size and color and stuff like that. But basically, at this point, we can simply upload a design, and then once our design has been selected, it will go ahead and put it onto the canvas here, and then we're just going to resize it to where we want it to be. It's actually a very fun, creative process if you've ever wanted to try this out for yourself. I definitely recommend just grabbing a free account from Printify and trying to create some products for yourself because it's a lot of fun. And so if I preview this, I can go ahead and see this on some mock-up images. And if we like how this looks, then we can go ahead and save this product and publish it. It's that simple. So it'll even give us mock-ups, but guess what? Gemini is insanely good at helping us create mock-ups. So stuff like this is now possible with Nano Banana 2 and the newest image updates. So you can create better mock-ups over here, download them, and then upload them to your product page. That's a pro tip. I think that that's a way to stand out in the marketplace right now. Especially, I mean, come on, how would this kind of image like this not stand out? So they will give you some basic mock-ups like this that you can use though in case you need to. You can hit save product if you're happy with how it looks. You can also choose your colors right here, so you can click select variants. And then if you wanted to include like this forest green, for example, and maybe this indigo, you could choose a couple different colors. I don't really recommend going crazy and including all the colors. I kind of recommend choosing like maybe up to 5 to keep things simple enough for your customers. Hit save product, and then Printify is going to work its magic in the background and not only create your mockups, create a listing for your product, it's also going to basically do all of your title, description, and tags. So you won't have to necessarily do your title, description, and tags or your mockups because it's providing all that stuff for you. You know, I'll definitely teach you how to make this even better as well. Okay, so we got our mockup images here. We got our title generated right here, description, tags. So really cool how it does all this stuff for us. Now, some of these tags might not be relevant, so you might remove some of these and add in some more relevant tags. But for the most part, it looks pretty good. And so we could go ahead and scroll down here and select economy as well. Personalization, we're going to skip this because this is not a personalized design, but you can check out some of my other videos on how to sell personalized Printify products. And yeah, so that's pretty much, once you set your pricing, that's pretty much it. So in the past, we used to have to go and fill out all this information. There was no AI assistant to help us. It was just us typing it out. And now we can actually just scroll down to our pricing, make sure our pricing looks good. I recommend at least a 40% profit margin, maybe higher depending on if you're going to be running sales and discounts. If you're going to be running like a 20% sale or a 30% sale, then you might want to move this profit margin up. I think I'm going to move mine to 45%. So what I can do is hit edit price, go to edit profit margin, type in 45%, hit apply, and now all my products are at a 45% profit margin, leaving us with somewhere between $16 to $20 in profit. So this is a premium t-shirt, and this is a t-shirt that's going to be on sale as well. So customers should expect to see basically this on sale, you know, under 30 bucks probably. The Etsy fee is clearly laid out here inside of Printify. They tell you exactly how much Etsy's going to take. They tell you exactly how much it costs to create your product, and then they show your shipping cost. But the easiest way to control your profit is to either set your profit directly or to set your profit margin. So it's not like you will always have this pricing. You may come back, you may lower it, you may raise it. So just choose a good margin for yourself now, and then we can come back and adapt this later too. And then finally, one of the last things we can choose is whether we want to have this set as a draft in our Etsy store or whether we want to publish it. If we want it as a draft, we can set it as hide in store. If we want to publish it, then we can just go straight to publishing. So I'm just going to go ahead and publish this. And then because I am logged into Printify and I'm connected to my Etsy store, and so all I really need to do now is hit publish and it will go live on Etsy. So let's go ahead and publish it. Now the process is exactly the same if you were to do this for Shopify. The great thing about Printify is that you can connect Etsy, Shopify, TikTok Shop. You can sell on any marketplace and still connect it to Printify. Again, it's free to join Printify. You could connect up your Etsy shop, your Shopify store. It doesn't need to be one or the other. You can have one account, and then you can have up to 5 stores under that free account. So really cool. And then once this is done publishing, I can even copy it over to one of my other stores. And now we have a listing that's live. The reason why I chose Etsy is not because it's my favorite platform, guys. I choose it because I literally can help you launch products really fast. This is now out in the marketplace and now available for purchase where someone can actually come and pay you money for it. So the idea is that you don't want to just create the designs and let them sit. You actually want to create products that people might want to buy. And bonus points if you follow my research tutorials where I teach you how to find designs that people want to buy. You know, like that blanket that we made earlier with the cats and the bookshelf, that was a design that people wanted to buy. Like I recreated it in my own unique way, and I was just trying to make it better and better as I was prompting. So instead of just creating AI art and letting it sit and not letting people actually see it and buy it, I encourage you to go ahead and start listing products for sale anywhere that you can. One of the easiest places is going to be Etsy. Another good one that you could try would be Amazon merch. So if you haven't signed up for either of those yet, that's your homework. That's where you need to start. I also encourage you to check out my private community if you need day-by-day steps. I actually break down the videos into day 1, day 2, day 3, and it feeds you the exact information that you need on those days. And then you can't skip forward, so it holds you accountable. It gives you action steps on what to do every single day. So I definitely recommend you check that out while it's still on sale as well. And this is a way that you can actually attach it to a physical product without taking on any risk. So definitely recommend, if you're a beginner, to watch more of my videos. Be sure to subscribe. Leave a comment below if you have any questions at all. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Bye.